Hello, welcome to episode 67 of the Witch Knits podcast. I'm Shaiyeh, I'm a witch, and I knit and I spin and I crochet and I do all kinds of crafty things, and I like to sit down here on this channel every now and then and talk about it to you guys. And today we are back with another podcast episode, and today is a special episode because we are actually, as a channel, as a concept, as a podcast, it is the Witch Knits podcast's 5th birthday! Yay! Happy birthday to us! Normally we didn't last year, but normally we would do some Prosecco, but it's a bit early in the day, and at the moment I'm quite burnt out and my body doesn't really tolerate alcohol, so let's not drink alcohol today. We have some cake and we have a PSL. So coffee, yay. So grab yourself something nice and festive and celebratory to drink and eat, and we will talk about all things knitty, crochet, yarny, and fluffy and nice. A very, very warm welcome back to you if you are a returning viewer, and a super warm welcome to you if you are new here. I hope you'll enjoy this episode, and I hope you'll enjoy my channel. It is a new episode. It is. I have so much stuff around me on the table at the moment. If you watched my last video, because I think that will be up before this one, you have seen a bunch of projects that I have made over the past couple of weeks, because I gave myself a little challenge, and I smashed the challenge. So I have stuff to show you. In case you haven't seen that video, it's up there and you can go and watch it. So if you did watch it, it'll be a tiny bit repetitive, but it's not the only thing I'm going to talk about today. So yeah, let us do some whips first, and then we'll get into the FOs. We know I have a couple of whips that I am currently not really working on. Also, it's really, really cold in here, so I'm going to just put on a cardigan because I cannot with the cold. Oh my goodness. The weather, we had snow yesterday. It's not snowing today. We've had a little bit of sleet. It's not snowing today, but it's super icy, and our living room is very, very cold. The heating wasn't on when I came home, so I've started it now. I have a radiator right next to me. I hope I'll get cozy in a bit, but for now it's really, really cold, so yeah, I needed to put some clothes on. But yeah, I do have a couple of whips that I haven't worked on, so I'm not going to show you. I'm just going to mention quickly that the Barbie cowl is still not done. I need to work on that one. But I have a new cast on that lives in here. This is a bag I made years and years ago, and this is, because it is a spooky time, spooky month, a little Halloween sock. And if you look at the texture on it, maybe keen-eyed among you will recognize this, especially if I can fold this down. Oh my god, I'm dropping it. I'm too cold, I can't hold things now. See this little border and this little pattern. This is actually a Broom rider's sock. I wish I had that idea like in September and cast on and knit it then, because then I could have had it in testing ready for Halloween, but that is not how things went. So yeah, there is a Broom rider's sock in the works, so that is fun. But you know, as we always say, every day is Halloween, so it doesn't really have to be Halloween to knit a spooky sock. But also, Broom Riders, a little bit of a reminder that I have a pattern called Broom Riders Mitts, and if you want a pair of really quick spooky-ish mitts to knit, there is a link down below to my Ravelry pattern. And also, oh my god, tangent, I also put that pattern on my Ko-fi, so if you don't do Ravelry, it's also on Ko-fi. I think I will do that with all my patterns. I have them in both places, but I don't know yet. But anyway, I'm knitting it out of this yarn, which is Hobbii Halloween yarn that I picked up a couple of years ago, and it's just been languishing in my stash. But I picked it up, I thought I would knit with it, and it's also some contrast to Sostrene Grene, super old stash. This has actually been ripped out of something, I don't really know what at this point, I don't remember, but yeah, it is knitting up in these colours so far, and I'm really excited about these. The Broom Riders set, as it's going to be, is a very simple knit. It is very fun, and for this one I have an idea. It is a picot edge, like in the mitts, and as you can see I will be sewing it down later, and I have a little bit of a fun idea for that, because yeah, I've not knit them together because that tends to get pretty tight, and that's annoying with socks. And also, if it's not tight, it tends to get very loose if you don't have ribbing. So yeah, I have a clever little idea that I am going to work on for that, for the pattern. But yeah, that's my first whip. That is my, at the moment, my travel whip. And I've been doing a bunch of commuting, so yeah. Although I don't knit during my commute because I get a bit motion sick, but I've been up since very early this morning, and this is my first coffee of the day, and it is 2:30, so I am feeling a little bit delirious. But in this bag lives my chained Oblivion by KnittingNiqabi. This is a test knit, and I've actually put a bunch of work on it. There should be more work on it, but I've made my challenge that you saw in the other video in between, and that took more time than I expected, actually. Or it took just about as much time as I expected it to, but over more days. But anyway, this is the body up until the sleeves. Oh yeah, oh that scared me. This scared me so much, I forgot about the binder for the sleeve. But yeah, this is body part one, and it is a lovely textured knit. It is a seed stitch, and it has these cables that look like chains, and it's super nice. I'm knitting in pink, as you can tell, and I am working on sleeve number 1, which also has the same texture and the same chains, and also these super snazzy little thumb holes. I love this so much, so cozy. And yeah, that is as far as I've gotten on that. I plan on sitting down and knitting on this very soon, because I have not knit on these in a little bit, and I miss them, and I want to wear this. I'm still super excited about it. Only reason I haven't been working on this lately is, like I said, the challenge, and I'm done with that. So I finished that yesterday, and I'm really pleased. Yesterday as I'm filming, not yesterday as you're watching, because that video has already been out for a bit. But anyway, that was my second whip. Like I said, this is a test knit for KnittingNiqabi. This will be out later this year, I guess. I will let you know, of course, when it is actually coming out, when I know. And I 10 out of 10 recommend it, because it's a very nice knit. I've said it before, but it's a quite mindless knit. It's, if you know seed stitch, you know it's pretty mindless, and I say that as a very positive thing. I like that. And then when you get to a cable row, you have to use your brain a bit, so it's engaging but also relaxing, and I love that. It's the perfect combination, and it's going to be so cozy. I'm so excited for it. But yeah, those are I have a third whip. And we are going to do a little bit of a spoiler warning for the MKAL, although we are past clue 3 now and I am still on clue 1. Lives in this new bag that I also finished in my challenge. This is an FO, the bag, but yeah, I started this EPP quilt 3 years ago, 2 years ago, a couple of years ago, and I just never got around to finishing it, but it is done now and I am super pleased with it. It's squishy, it's quilted, it's very nice, and it has a zipper. I love that. But yeah, in here, if you don't want to watch MKAL stuff, then click away. There will be a chapter for the next bit after this. So click on FOs to get to the next part. So yeah, I will bring up the project in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. MKAL. So, like I said, I'm still on clue 1. I am getting through it. Again, the only reason I haven't been working on it is because my own personal challenge, that took up a lot of time. So this is the eyelet mod of the concentric square, and I am loving the look of this. I was so torn if I wanted to do a granny square or if I wanted to do this one, but I asked David and he thought I should do this one. And I'm glad, because I have been doing a lot of crochet and I still am doing a bunch of crochet, so it's nice to just knit. Actually, I would have probably gotten sick of doing a great big granny square, honestly. but yeah, I am loving how this looks so far. So yeah, I am probably going to sit down and work on this a little bit today, actually. So yeah, that is very nice. This is the Geogradient by Stephen West. I love how I just said MKAL, but I guess most of the knitting community knows what MKAL is. But yeah, I don't have a lot to say about this so far. Because it's just clue 1. And I was really excited to be on track this time, but yeah, that didn't happen. Life happens, life keeps happening, and that is just the way things are. But yeah, that is me for whips. That is me for whips. So let's dive into the FOs. So for FOs today, let's start with some of what I showed in my last video. Let's start with these. These are the Vintergäck. This is another project that is like from 2020, I think I started these. It is now 2023. These have been finished except for the embroidery for 3 years, and I sat down and I finished them, and I am quite pleased. I'm not thrilled with the embroidery, but it hurt my hands a lot to do this because of all the like finagling around, like how to hold the mittens and stuff. But I've learned French knots now. I have struggled with them for like my entire life. I'm very bad at them, but I finally understand them. I've probably forgotten how to do them now, just because I'm saying it. But yeah, I've made a bunch of French knots in these. I'm really happy with how they turned out. I don't know why I hated them so much when I made these. I just did not enjoy knitting these, and I did not enjoy like embroidering. I didn't enjoy the process so much with these, actually, but now I really like how they look. They are not perfect in the embroidery, but I think they're cute. I don't know if I'll keep them or if I'll give them away, but yeah, they are knit out of Järbo 2 ply. Like I said, it's the Vintergäck mittens. They are on Ravelry, if I remember correctly. They were from a pattern collection from a few years ago, well, from 2020. So yeah, those are finished. And my next FO, I think, if I may, there is a cat on my next FO. Excuse me. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. Ooh, warm mittens. Okay, so these, these are very, very big. It looks so dumb when I have them on, but these these are for David. They aren't for me. They fit him very well, but my hands are tiny and these are huge. These are the Pumpkin Spice Mittens by Skeindeer, and these are another pair of mittens I started like 2020 and just got around to finishing now. I did this in my challenge as well, and I am really, really, really pleased with them, except for the fact that they look so stupid and tall. Like, what is this? Like, her version doesn't look like this, but I know what the issue is now. I didn't understand it when I started these because I didn't really understand swatching. I didn't really understand gauge back then. I thought I did, but I didn't. I didn't know it like I know it now. And one of the issues is that it's 2 different yarns in 2 different thicknesses, and it is Rauma Lammull and it is Kampes 2 ply for the orange. They are completely different yarns. Both are non-superwash and wool, so they behave the same, but they're completely different. And I obviously didn't gauge swatch, and I just knit them and didn't understand why they got so tall, but they are, and they look kind of funny. But when he wears them, they fit perfectly, so I'm happy with that. And I really enjoyed this pattern. They are super nice, and they're so cute. So I might knit them in yarns that might suit them better and in my size, so I can have a pair of pumpkin spice mittens, because this is just really funny to me. But yeah. New mittens for David. That is not a problem with the pattern. It is completely up to user error, because I did not understand how to combine the yarns when I started these, and I got so far, so I didn't want to rip them out and restart in 2 of the same yarn, because they fit him anyway, so everything is fine. So yeah, that is the Pumpkin Spice Mittens by Skeindeer, and that is it for knitted FOs. But we have the elephant in the room. I finished, oh my goodness, this has also been in the works for so long. I finished my Nature's Walk blanket, including the edge, which is so pretty. The sun is absolutely washing everything out at the moment. So I'll do this so you can see it. I thought you would be able to see that. Let's see. Yeah, you can see the hearts. I love this so much. I adore how this came out, and I think the border is beautiful, and it was so fun to make. It took so long, but I'm just so excited about this blanket. It is super pretty, and it is a bit small. I would have liked it to be a little bit bigger, honestly, a couple more squares, but I've finished my blanket now, so I can start a new blanket maybe. I shouldn't, but I am really tempted. But anyway, yeah, this is Nature's Walk blanket by Sandra Paul, also on Ravelry as Cherry Heart, and yeah, it has these different squares with different motifs, like these leaves, and it has these. It's gorgeous. I love it so much. I'm so happy with it. I don't want to take it off of the chair. But you can see some of them like that. Ah, it's so beautiful. I love it so much. I'm so happy I finished it, and it's been blocked, and it's just all ready to go. I was thinking I would put it in the car before, but I think I want to keep it in the flat. I don't know. It's cute. It's cozy. I love it. I dyed this yarn. That's my FO number 1, and it's a very, very big FO for crochet. And I have FO number 2, which is a very, very small FO. It is these little moon and star danglies for my very, very nice headphones that David got me. They are noise cancelling, and these are my new favourite thing. I don't know how I ever survived life without noise cancelling headphones. I love them so much. But yeah, I am obsessed with this. I have another pattern that I want to make for these that have a couple of Lily of the Valleys. This pattern is by Lilthings Crochet on Instagram and YouTube. So yeah, it took me like 10 minutes per little thing, if that. I made them really quickly, and I think it is adorable. But yeah, I want to do the little Lily of the Valley pattern as well. So cute, so cute. And like I said, I love these. I don't know how I ever survived without them. It became very, very obvious to me, now that I am commuting quite a bit, that I struggle so much with overload. I've not been in a situation for so long where I'm like constantly just hearing people and noises and stuff. It's usually like when I go to the grocery store, when I'm on the bus ride is like 5 minutes, so it's okay. But like an hour each way there and back again, and spending time around other people and listening to stuff and just walking through the city and stuff. I can't do it. I can't do it. Like 2 weeks in, I was like, I need to do something about this. And then I remembered how I've not had noise cancelling before, but I used to always have over-ear headphones when I was younger, because I was commuting back then as well. So I was constantly just blasting music to like drown everything else out. And I haven't done that in very many years because I haven't been able to afford a pair of headphones. But these were on sale. I absolutely needed something. And my commuting times are almost over, but these actually, like, I wear these when we go grocery shopping as well. It's like honestly literal godsend. I love them. The best thing ever. But yeah, that is my little FO. So that is me for projects. Those were all the projects I had to talk about today. I have a couple of others that are sort of like hibernating a little bit at the moment, but I will get on with those very soon as well. So yeah, life update. I guess we can do a bit of a life update because I have one again. Last episode I talked about starting the pain rehabilitation course. It's a 10-week course, and next week is week 8. No, this was week 8. Next week is week 9. I'm not sure. It's not, the last day is the 2nd of November. Anyway, I've made it through almost the entire thing, and I also mentioned getting evaluated for EDS/HSD, which is ehlers-danlos syndrome and hypermobility spectrum disorder. And I had my evaluation a couple of weeks ago. now. It's already been a few weeks, and I got out of that appointment with a diagnosis of hypermobile ehlers-danlos syndrome. So yeah, that is what is up with my body. That is why everything hurts. That is why nothing works, and that is why I am bendy and broken, and my thumbs dislocate when I use tools. Yeah, and they also did a quick little screening for POTS, which is, if you don't know, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. It's a lot of words. Basically, when your body can't regulate blood, where your blood goes when you go from lying down or sitting to standing, and it makes you dizzy and you can faint and stuff. It is a sort of dysautonomia, and it indicated that I do have it. She didn't diagnose that because that's not what I was there for, but I need to pick that up with some doctor in the future. But it is very likely that I do have it, and I sort of knew that. I've been doing these poor man's tilt table tests on my own for like 2 years, and my pulse is all over the place, and there's nothing wrong with my heart. I know this because when I fell off the horse earlier, they did a full ultrasound on everything, and it looked fine, and it's nothing with my bloods. I've done bloods a bunch of times lately, and I need to do it again actually, but nothing's up there. So yeah, but this morning, this is actually why I've been up so early today. I needed to get up at 5:30 to go to the bus at 7 to go to the other end of Stockholm, to go to a hospital to see the orthodontist technicians, and among other things. I am so excited about this. I got orthotics for a bunch of things, but these little puppies, I am so excited. I tried it on while there. I need to put it on properly actually, and I brought with me my pencil case with like my fine liners that I haven't been able to use properly for the past 4 or 5 years or something. I've been having so much pain. I've been trying to use them and I can't or couldn't, and I just did a little doodle of a little bunny or something on my on a paper while trying this, and I was like, oh my god, what the fuck, it works, my thumb doesn't dislocate, and it's amazing. Honestly, I've got one for each thumb, and I mean, look at that, look, it's doing the thing. It's not doing the bad thing, it's doing the correct thing, and I'm just so blown away. And yeah, it's not super comfy, but I'm also just not used to wearing this, and I'm a bit worried this will catch on everything I own, because I own so many knitted things. But yeah, like I said, I've got one for the other hand as well, so I need to get used to wearing these, because these they've already changed my life, I can say. I've worn them, but I've owned them for literally a couple of hours, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, my hands, they are working. Now I just need to sort out all of my ring splints. I still just have this one and one for that finger. I need one like for every finger. But yeah, I'm so excited. I also found out about buddy rings for like pushing out these, because these dislocate constantly as well. But yeah, I'm so excited. I also I got away from there with so much loot, and it was all free. I'm so grateful sometimes to live in Sweden, where we have this healthcare where you are getting things like this without having to pay. Hello, Editing Shaiyeh here. I just wanted to quickly talk a bit about this. I am aware it is extremely privileged to both Like, it is a privilege to get a diagnosis to begin with, and also it is a privilege to get this help, especially for cheaper or for free. And I'm sorry about just talking about it like, oh my god, I got these things for free. I was very excited. I'd just come home from it and I was expecting to pay a lot of money and was really relieved to not have to do that. But yeah, I'm very sorry. This is the system we have in Sweden. I talk a little bit about the system in just a couple of seconds. So yeah, I know these things aren't accessible for everybody, and I'm really sorry. I am so very in your face about it. Yeah. Sorry about that. I'll let you get back to the video. Thank you. And also, I didn't pay for the appointment either, because I've already paid. Like, this is not a brag. This is how this is. I'm just explaining the system. You pay up to a certain level, and then it's free for a year. And since I have an EDS diagnosis, these things are free as well, because they are something that helps my body work. So I came away from there with splints for my ankles, because they like to wobble and go sideways like they're not supposed to. I've got one for each foot. I've got a hip brace and a soft corset and these, and I'm getting orthopedic insoles for my shoes, but those I have to pay for. Those aren't covered, but they are cheaper if you have EDS, so that's very, very nice. It sucks to have it. It sucks to have this. Everything hurts all the time, and it's not a good time. It's I know if you're on TikTok and stuff, it's a bit trendy, and people do a lot of like checks like, oh, can you do this with your body? This is like a sign of hypermobility, and you can do all sorts of like contortions with your body. But really what it is, it's just like other issues I have that people are like, ah, this is a fun little thing that people talk about. It's not funny at all. Like the dissociation, awful, absolutely awful. Being bendy, useful sometimes, like when the horse, like the old horse, stood on my foot and I didn't break it because my toes can go like so they just went down in the mud instead of breaking. But not very useful when your body is just trash. Or what it feels like is trash. But yeah, it's nice to know, because I've been dealing with so much pain for so long, like basically my entire life. And yeah, there's nothing to do about it really, other than like stabilizing, and of course I need to keep up with like exercising and keeping stable. But there's nothing to be done about it except for that. But yeah, at least I know, and I have it on paper, so I can get correct care and stuff like that. And everybody's also saying like, yeah, keep on doing the horse thing, it's great. So that's very good to know as well. They just like to say, just don't fall off. Like, yeah, that's what I aim for. Every time I get on a horse, I aim to not fall off. That was a long tangent about the EDS, but yeah, I wouldn't say I'm excited about it, but I'm very relieved to have that answer, because now I know, and now I can get help. But yeah, that is that thing. Now it's on to the next thing, which is needing to go through some evaluations for other stuff again, with psych, and good God, it's all so much all the time. But one thing with the rehab thing is, I need to talk about this, because it's been sort of good, because the information is good. I really like the group, and everybody's friendly and stuff. it is nice with a routine, but it is too much for me, and I am so burnt out. I've actually stayed home 2 days this week because I could not stop crying about having to leave and having to go places, and like I was completely overwhelmed, completely just melting down over not being able to handle having to go somewhere. And sorry, yeah, this is a little bit sorry about the noise, that's Cheddar doing stuff. I am not very happy about that because I have been mentally at a place of chaos, like when I first crashed from working, and I'm feeling the same kind of burnout again from less than 10 weeks of doing this, and this is something that's supposed to work against burnout, and I get burnt out. And it is so ironic, and I am so mad about it. So yeah, I know this sounds like, you know, a lazy thing, and that is something I'm trying to tell myself that I am not, because my brain likes to go there to be like, you're lazy for not going, and you're lazy for not being able to handle this. No, I'm just burnt out, and I never recovered from burnout, because we're realising right now in therapy, and this is why we're doing more evaluations, that there is a lot more neurospice than we originally anticipated, and we have to work from that perspective. And from that perspective, this is just not working out because it's just too much. 3 days in a row each week for several hours plus the commute. I am in waiting mode, trademark, for leaving, and I need to leave so early because I need to get to the train, and the train takes, like, the bus plus the train plus the tube takes about an hour, and I hate being somewhere and just making it in time. I have to be there early, otherwise I stress too much, and that's not a good time. And then I'm there for 3-ish hours, and then it's the same thing on the way home, and there are so many people, because this is like exactly at the time where everybody's like either going to work or going home from work. So it's me and everybody else in the whole entirety of Stockholm on the train at the same time. So again, I'm eternally grateful for those headphones, because at least I don't have that extra stress every time I'm on the train now. But still, this is just too much. And yeah, I also like have those 3 days, and then I'm just crashed for the rest of the week, so I don't really craft. See, like crafting, and like I need my, you know, chilling out time at night. And then I like to do a bit of crafting and a bit of gaming, and I've been having to choose one of them, and the one I choose I'm too tired to do. So I don't get the recharging, and then the weekends are full of stuff, or I'm just too tired. Like I mentioned earlier in the episode as well, I cannot handle even like, I have one glass of wine and I still feel sick the entire night. So like, and the probable POTS is completely out of control some days now, and I do what I can to counter that. Like, the extra salt and the electrolyte drinks and extra water and everything, and it's just not working out. So I can't wait for these 10 weeks to be up. Honestly, I'm gonna miss the group. I'm gonna miss some of the teachers, the doctors there, because there are some absolutely amazing people, and I'm still very, very grateful I got to do this thing. But you know, I get a little bit mad that I can't even handle this. But that's just my brain, I guess. But yeah, I needed 2 days this week to just not spiral completely, because I was just on the couch feeling like I just could not handle anything. So yeah, it's been difficult. Honestly, it's been very, very difficult, and I expect things to keep being a little bit difficult for a while. But wow, this got very this was not a fun life update. I'm so very sorry, but this is where I'm at the moment, and I'm like, yay, 5 years at Witch Knit podcast. I'm burnt out. But I have missed filming. That is also one thing, is that I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that, I don't have time for anything, and then the days I do have time to do stuff, I don't have the energy. So yeah, I've been putting off a lot of things that make me happy, and that doesn't help when you're burnt out. But anyway, if we skip this, this will probably be time-stamped. This like a life update, and then the sad life update. And now we go into the next part of like, yay, celebration, 5 years. Amazing that this podcast, like, I haven't been consistent at all in uploading any time during these 5 years. I'm awful, but I try. But still, we've had 5 years. We started this podcast in 2018, and that has been a lot of things I've learned over those years. I've tried very many new things. I learned to crochet, and I learned a lot of knitting techniques, and I have made my own patterns, and the channel is over 2,000 subscribers now, which is amazing. I'm so glad you're here. And yeah, it's just been an amazing time, really. And I am so excited to keep on with the channel. I have things I want to do. I have things I plan on doing. I did a little bit of a question thing on Instagram asking if people had questions to ask me for a bit of a Q&A. Let's do a couple. So I think we'll do them anonymously, but if you see your question, hi, hello. So one question, number one, was what was the first piece you showed in the podcast? And I actually have to go and look that up because I don't know. Oh, I should have prepared this. So my very, very first project that I showed, I'm gonna pop a picture here from the podcast because I don't actually think I have this anymore. I either frogged it or gave it away, or I don't know, but I don't have this project anymore. But this was a shawl that I knit in shoppable lace weight, and it was not a lace weight pattern. I didn't know stuff about stuff yet. I was just really excited to knit because somebody I used to be friends with back then introduced me to Ravelry and like Järbo and patterns, and yeah, I got really excited, and I bought some fancy yarn and I wanted to knit with it. And I knew, that's the one thing I knew, was that lace weight is shawl yarn, so that I think that pattern was made for DK weight. But yeah, we are Well, I knit it in lace weight. I don't remember the pattern name or anything, just that it was a free pattern, and I think it was from Järbo, and it was a triangle shawl with like stockinette and some pearl rose, I think. But yeah, that was this was the first thing I showed on the podcast 5 years ago. The next question: will you do Vlogmas again? It was fun watching you cook and travel about. Thank you so much. I plan on doing Vlogmas. I don't know if I'll do every day this year, depends on how my burnout is doing. But, or maybe I will do every day, but I will do a bit of a cheat and start filming in November so I can work slowly. I do want to do Vlogmas. I might have to cheat a bit, or I might do several days in one video. I don't know yet, but if things go the way I want them to, then yes, of course I will be doing Vlogmas again. Last year I fell off of doing Vlogmas because some interpersonal stuff happened and I was not doing very well. But this year I want to do Vlogmas in some way. I am really excited for it, actually. Actually, I do have some plans already, so yeah. Vlogmas is happening. And then we have a question. When did you learn to knit? I learned to knit as a child. I don't know how old I was. Probably not super old. Maybe 8. I don't know. I really don't know how old it was. I have barely any memories from my childhood, sadly, but yeah, I knew I learned how to knit pretty early, and then I think I had to learn it a couple of times actually, because I knit a bit and then didn't knit and forgot how to do it, and then started again and forgot and stuff like that. But yeah, I was a child when I learned how to knit. And then we have the question, what would you tell Shaiyeh from 5 years ago? Oh wow. That is a very, very good question. What would I tell myself from 5 years ago in general or crafting wise? I really don't know. There's so much I could say, but a lot is a bit cheesy, you know. You could tell yourself, just go for your dreams or stuff like that. But honestly, with all these new things in mind, with like new knowledge in mind with the body and all of that, I would probably have liked to know earlier about all of my problems. So I would have liked to tell myself from 5 years ago or even earlier, don't neglect your physical health just because your mental health is bad. Well, not really neglecting it, because I've been trying to get help for stuff, but maybe more of don't let doctors gaslight you, and that goes for both. Actually, this is the thing. This is the thing I'm telling myself from 5 years ago. Don't let doctors and psychiatrists and psychologists and all of those kinds of people gaslight you, because the things you have been suspecting and struggling with have all been correct, and I'm very sorry that is how it is, but that is how it is. And also, that goes for anyone listening that's like struggling with doctors. Don't let them gaslight you. And also, one thing that I am learning lately is that if you can do something to accommodate and make things easier, mentally or physically, even though you might not yet or ever have an actual diagnosis of it, if it helps you, then by all means use it. that's two things I would like to tell myself and anybody listening. Say, for example, well, if it is helping you to sit while you're showering because you get dizzy, then sit while you're showering. Or if you need, like the ring splints I made for my fingers, if you need that, like, be kind to your body, be kind to your mind, make accommodations that make you have an easier time in life. Please. Things get so much better when you do. Also, stop masking all the time. Stop masking your pain, stop masking the spine, stop masking how you're doing. Stop. Just stop. Just be you. People who don't like it, they can go somewhere else. Anyway, that's 3 things I told myself. Wow, I don't know what to tell myself. And I tell myself 3 like hard truths. Sorry. Oh my goodness. I am so tired. I should probably let you guys go and get on with your day, because I have been talking for a very long time. But yeah, again, thank you all so much for 5 years of the podcast. I wouldn't be here on the channel. I would be here, don't worry. But I wouldn't be on the channel talking to you guys without you being a community to talk to. So thank you so much for being here and for supporting the channel throughout these years. And yeah, here's to maybe 5 more years of the Witch Knits podcast. I hope you will stick around. I cannot stop talking. Oh my goodness. Other things I want to do. Okay, so I've been fidgeting. Oh my god. I've been thinking more about the about everything, honestly. The gaming, I want to get on with it, but I cannot decide if I want to put it on another channel or not. So I think I will start by trying to post something on here, and we might move over to another one in the future if it's, I don't know. But I also don't have things to actually record. I want to do Animal Crossing, but I don't have a capture card, and I'm annoyed because I just want to start. But I have, tell me if you would like to see Hello Kitty Island Adventure, because I do have that. We can play that. And I do have a cute witchy game that David got me, so we can play that. Do we want that? Do we want that here, or do we want that there on the other channel that doesn't exist yet? Let me know, please. I've asked before, but I need to ask again, because I just, here or there, I don't know. I can't make up my mind. Anyway, that thing. And yeah, I have plans for videos I want to do. I have a video series idea. I have so many jumpers and like tops and stuff that I've found that's like fast fashion that I want, but I don't want to buy them. So I want to make a video series of like recreating fast fashion items. Is that something you would like to see? I don't know. Anyway, I have ideas, and I have too much brain energy at the moment, but not enough body energy, so I need to stop talking before I start rambling too much. It's too late, I know, but anyway, I will for real let you go now. Thank you again so much for watching and for being here. If you would like to keep up with what I post in the future on the channel, then please consider clicking the subscribe button down there, and ring the bell if you want to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Like the video if you liked it, leave a comment about anything you want to talk about down below in the comments. All links to my patterns, others' patterns, everything I've been talking about will be down in the description box in the show notes as usual. Also links to my socials are there if you want to go and check that out. Also, like I mentioned real quickly at the start of the episode, I have started posting my my patterns on Ko-fi. So for now you can get my Broom Riders mitts on there as well as on Ravelry. I have not removed them off of Ravelry. They are in both places, but if you don't do Ravelry, they are also on Ko-fi, and I will probably post my other patterns there as well. And yeah, if you want to support the channel, you can do so on Ko-fi as well. There is also stickers and washi tape on there, and some downloadable stuff. So yeah, lots of fun stuff on there. There will be more fun stuff on there if you want to go check that out. Anyway, won't plug that anymore. So yeah, everything you would like to, like anything links wise you would like to know, down in the description as usual. Anyway, I will stop talking now. Thank you again so much for watching. Love you all so much, and thanks again for 5 years. Oh my god, can I end the video? Oh. And I will see you again very, very soon in my next video. Take care of yourselves, and knit stuff, drink tea, stay cozy, and yeah, I will see you again soon. Bye!
You